I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. I got my boy Carl here with me. As y'all can see, Missy and Don son Tomo is not here. Mr. Dave's Doghouse not here. But we got Carl and myself here. We're going to hold it down today. Before I let them know what we're talking about, Carl, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Hey, my job gave me the weekend off, so let's get it. Get to watch all the games.
That's clutch. That is clutch, all right? Because, we got some beef, tomorrow. But we're going to get to that. But listen, y'all, we got to preview and predict some of these games, all the games that we got this weekend when it comes to the NFL divisional round. We got to talk about the Chiefs versus the Texans. They play first. Then we got the Commanders and the Lions. We definitely going to talk about that. The Rams going to Philly playing the Eagles. And last but not least, Carl's Ravens rolling up to cold Buffalo to play Josh Allen and the Bills. All right? But here we go, y'all. Make sure y'all like this video on 3 different platforms. We are streaming this on Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all do that. Share this video with somebody that you know personally. Also, follow and subscribe on all the platforms that we have. You can follow us at Refuse to Lose Sports. On X, it is at R2L Sports. But listen, you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments that we'll be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Carlo for being the first comment. We here. Shout out to Carlo. We got Mark in the comments also. Let's go. He said he off Saturday too. I might not be free Saturday early. I might miss that Texans and Chiefs game. I might miss that, But I will be there for the Commanders game. I will be there. But last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Carl, first game, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the Mahomes. Mahomes, and the Chiefs versus the Texans. All right, so I'm looking at the money lines right now, right? The Chiefs are favorite right now by minus 8.5. And we all know they play in week 16. In week 16, they played on that was Christmas, right? On Christmas.
No, that was Christmas. Was us and the Texans.
Yeah, that Saturday though. It was that Saturday before Christmas, right? So, because all 4 of y'all play on Saturday, and all 4 of y'all play on Christmas. So the Chiefs won. And we all know that Mahomes and them haven't been playing since the week after that for 3 weeks now. So who you got winning this game, Texans or Chiefs?
I got the Chiefs. Man. We all thought, and me, myself included, thought that the Texans were going home last week. Well, we didn't expect a disaster class of 4 interceptions by Justin Herbert. But I think the buck stops here. It's been a great season, but I think he ends this year like he ended last year. Good game against the Chargers, good game in the wild card round, but he just goes up against a team that's just better. He's going against the Kansas City Chiefs, who's just better. And they're not going to Mahomes is not going to put the ball in harm's way and spot you points just like Herbert did last week. Also, if you do spot Mahomes' extra possessions, he's not settling for field goals. He's going to score touchdowns. Now, you could tell me, Carl, we haven't really seen that much in the regular season, but we all know playoff Mahomes and regular season Mahomes have been 2 different animals. And I've also saw some stats. Trying to remember off the top of my head, Mahomes is 16 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the divisional round, something like that. So it's just a tough opponent for the Texans. But I would say it was a great season. I just had my hopes and them boys moving on, and I think I saw somewhere that Jalen Watson might be coming back. He's questionable. Brings a little bit of help to that secondary. I actually like him too at that corner spot. I feel like he was very underrated, even with L'Jarius Sneed and Trent McDuffie there. I always felt he was the underrated guy that people really didn't talk about, which, in my opinion, allowed. I know a lot of people say Trent McDuffie allowed L'Jarius Sneed to walk, but I think Watson was also a piece that allowed him to walk as well. So if he comes back, tough day for them boys. And like I said, man, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, we got a super chat. Shout out to Carter for being a member for 17 months. If you haven't became a member yet, make sure you become one. Click the link in the description. You can see all the perks. Shout out to the network. I know I'm early, but my picks are the Chiefs, Commandos, Rams, Ravens, but in order. But in other words, I guess Kellen, the guy, huh? Hashtag rebuilding. Crying emoji. He got the Commanders? Wow. Okay. Put that ticket in, Carlo.
Don't.
But Carl, I'm with you, bro. Like, I mean, come on. It's Mahomes. It's a Chiefs. It's Andy Reid. It's a divisional round. Mahomes is undefeated, like you said, in the divisional round. And people say, like you said, oh, we haven't seen Mahomes do this in the regular season. We went through the same thing last year. Last year, Mahomes statistically had his worst year. But when he got to the playoffs, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then you look at his last 6 games, ever since they lost to the Bills, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So he's been trending up since that Bills loss. They only had 1 loss of the year. And then also when the game is close, you can always count on the Chiefs to finish the game off. So I don't see a reason why the Texans can't win this game. When you watched that game last week against the Chargers, you mentioned Justin Herbert. I felt like the Texans were trying to give the game away. Or the offense. They were trying to give the game away, but the Chargers could not capitalize. And one thing about the Chiefs, like you said, to your credit, is that they don't waste possessions and they don't turn the ball over. They take care of the ball. Mahomes is a different guy in the playoffs. So I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I'm going with the Chiefs. Do you think all right, let me ask you this, Carl.
Yes, sir.
For those who believe, for the Texans fans that are watching, I know I gotta apologize to y'all first of all for doubting y'all against the Chargers. Y'all won. I think everybody that on the network picked the Chargers. All right, so apologize for that. But for those who are with Houston, what do you think would be some keys they have to do to win that game?
So like we saying, first of all, they gotta force turnovers. You cannot lead that game with no turnovers. You gotta force a turnover. Whether it's Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, shout out to him, phenomenal rookie. They gotta force a turnover. Secondly, you got to put pressure on Mahomes. And when I mean put pressure on him, I mean you have to get to him and get him on the ground. It's not enough to get around him and affect the throw. You have to get him on the ground. So that's going to be Will Anderson and the guys up front. And lastly, you can't allow them to get going on the ground. The Chiefs are a team that can run the ball. I feel like more and more as their dynasty or whatever you want to call it has progressed, they're leaning more and more on the run, especially now they have Pacheco and Kareem Hunt and my boy Carson Steele. You can't allow them to get going on run plays. Now, one thing I would say is if you can do this, get the Chiefs to play sideline to sideline because they do have speed, but you don't want them to burn you vertically. If you play sideline to sideline, that gives you more of an opportunity to limit gains. So if they're just trying to go sideways, I know Kev said that's like a college thing. You get them going that way, they'll have a better opportunity. But they burn you vertically and then allow Kelsey to work the underneath. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, I agree with you with the turnovers. They gotta walk away squeaky clean. All right. Number 2, third down. CJ gotta be big on third down, like extending drives. Like they don't need home run plays. They just need to keep moving down the field and burn that clock. Keep the ball out of the offense hands. Keep that offense cold. But last time they played, Carl, both teams were 7 for 13 on third down. The problem was, I think CJ. He had 2 turnovers, and I believe, now, if I'm not mistaken, both of those turnovers came after a good movement down the field. Like they were actually moving the ball downfield, and then they would turn the ball over, and it would be a wasted drive. All right, yeah, go to play for me. So like, from my understanding, that's that. And this might sound crazy. Take the points. Don't gamble. You all right? You think they
No, I
should
don't think
gamble?
that sounds crazy. I don't think that sounds crazy.
Okay, okay.
You have to until I think maybe second half, depending on how the game flow is.
How
Like
the
at the
game
beginning,
flow is.
yeah. At the beginning, you definitely got to take the points because you got to keep yourself. You got to keep yourself within the game.
Within
But
the game,
but
yes.
after that, depending on how game flow is, you might have to get aggressive.
Of course, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. But if it's early on and they force y'all in the field, you in field goal range, they force you on the fourth down, take the field goal, take the points.
So I
You
got you,
know,
Joe. First drive was an interception. He threw a pick the first drive.
how many plays?
It was 5. They didn't
5.
get 5. It was only a 13-yard drive.
Okay.
Then they threw a pick
Dang.
before halftime, and that first of all, the first pick led to a touchdown. I guess he threw a deep pick because, like I said, wasn't that many yards on the drive. The second pick he threw was before the half. It led to a field goal to put put the Chiefs up 7 before the half.
How many plays on that drive though for the pick?
8 plays, 30 yards.
Yeah, I think it's like around midfield when that happened.
Yeah, so they were in the first half. They did have a chance late, but they just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, and then they had injuries that game too.
Yeah, the Tank Dell joint, he got hurt in that game.
Yeah, I just think it's tough for the Texans, man. This is the second time they about to see y'all. Mahomes' second time seeing y'all in 3 games with him. You know what I mean? And then with a 3-week rest, a lot of people think that would hurt Mahomes and Kelsey. You know, I don't think it would. I think they'll be straight. So, yeah, man, I got the Chiefs winning big too. To be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna be close.
So just take the -8.5.
If I was a better, I mean, yeah, I would take it.
I'm about to say you can't even say what you was about to say because you didn't.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I definitely will. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm not mad at that. I was playing in it too.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. We'll see. But the Texas defense is really the ceiling is really high. You know what I mean? So like they can get pressure on the quarterback. They got some good DBs. I mean, they can make it tough for Mahomes and them, but I don't know, man. Like Andy Reid, they didn't really play week 18. They've been playing for the Texans since week 17, probably. So we'll see. All right. Our next game call. Hold on. Just a little up, though. Let everybody know who I'm representing real quick. Our next game, we have the Commanders versus. All right, Commanders versus. I don't know what that is. Commanders versus the Lions. All right, and this is in Detroit, Carl. This is in Detroit, in the Dome. We going there. We going there. I'm gonna kick this one off. All right, who's gonna win that game, Commanders or Lions? Oh look. Obviously, everybody watching, I'm a Commander fan, all right? And I might have a little bias in my take, obviously, because I'm a Commander fan, so I'm picking the Commanders. But I'm going to give you the reason why we're going to beat Detroit, or we can beat Detroit, I should say. Detroit is a favorite. They are the favorite. They're statistically the better offense, and talent-wise, the better offense. Defensive-wise, you know, statistically, I think they are better, but they got all those injuries. But our defense haven't been really that great either. So on a consistent basis, you about to say something?
I was about to say, do you know how much they favored it by?
9.5, I think. 9.5.
Yeah, y'all are the biggest underdog this weekend.
That's cool. That's cool. You know, hey, house money. Playing with house money. You got 1 year to only play with house money. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take advantage of this. But here's the thing, though. What people are not understanding is that Detroit, their defense, yes, it can be had. Like it can be had, and we can score also. I don't care how pretty the scoring is. I don't care how beautiful the play is. We can get the ball in the end zone just like Detroit can. Now, one thing about us is with Jaden Daniels being a dual threat, running quarterback, moving those sticks. Like we're the type of team we can do the no huddle offense to keep your defense on the field, but it's like a patient no huddle offense. Like we don't get opportunity to do some substitutions, but at the same time we're taking our time, we're burning our clock, and JD moving on sticks with his legs, and we're getting these long drives against the Buccaneers. I think that it was last like 69 plays, like 22, like 20 something. It was crazy. So I feel like that our defense. One good thing about our defense is Carl that wasn't good last year. We gave up a lot of big plays. This year, we don't really think about it. We don't really give up a lot of big plays. Teams have to drive down the field on us. When I say big plays, I mean like a 40-yard play, a 50-yard play, or something like that, right? I think we're top 10 in big plays allowed as far as what's the name? Yeah, it's getting hot. You better put that AC on.
Obviously, I tell you off spring.
So I think we're top 10 in big plays allowed, but that's that. And offensively for the Detroit Lions, listen, man, Jared Goff was playing very well, but we seen some games where Jared Goff would give you the ball. We just had to capitalize on the turnovers. All I asked for the Commanders is to create one turnover, and just how we are aggressive, like the Lions are aggressive too, and not converting on fourth down, it's a turnover. So that can actually hurt Detroit too. So I'm going, and we playing in the dome. We don't worry about no weather issues. We're the complete underdog. We're going to try stuff. We haven't done a fake punt all year, Carl. We might do it against Detroit. We haven't done a fake punt all year. I won't be surprised if we do something like that against Detroit. So, but we might not be in the punting situation, to tell you the truth. And that's another thing, Carl. We have proven multiple times that we can go through a game without punting the ball, that we can be in position to score every drive. So I can see that happening, and I'm going to go with us with the upset because if it comes down to one drive and we got the ball, Carl, I think everybody going to be like, Commanders going to win this game, including you.
No. Stop you right there, brother. I'm going with the Lions. Now, this ain't a Detroit Lions hat. It's Detroit Tigers hat. But it's Detroit, nothing the same. Going with the Lions. Reason why? Sonic and Knuckles. The run defense for Washington would scare me if I'm a Commanders fan. And then you're going against, now they're not top, they might be top 3, but you're going against one of the best rushing teams in the league, in the Detroit Lions. Now you might be saying, well, Jahmyr Gibbs, he didn't have the numbers Saquon didn't have. Jahmyr Gibbs ended up with 1,400 yards, and he wasn't even a starter. David Montgomery was the starter. David Montgomery had 700-something yards before he got hurt, like 765, something like that before he got hurt. And then Jahmyr Gibbs took off. And when I mean took off, I mean he took off. He showed why they drafted him in that first round and let Swift go in that trade to the Eagles. And to me, I always felt like Jahmyr Gibbs is a 3-down back. He's a horse. I always felt that way, dating back to Georgia Tech with him and Jeff Sims. I felt like Jahmyr Gibbs is a special back who can terrorize defenses. And I think he terrorizes the Commanders' defense. Now, with the run game that can terrorize the defense, you take clock and you take you take time of possession, clock. You take that with you. And then if you're scoring on top of that, that puts more and more pressure on your offense to score. Now, granted, pressure hasn't really been getting to Jaden Daniels this year. I give you that. He's been answering the call a lot. But he did go against a team with a semi-good defense in the Baltimore Ravens with a running game, even though really Lamar really did his thing that game, but with a running game, and y'all did lose, even though y'all forced a turnover and we didn't. But I do think Detroit wins largely a part of the running game. And Detroit's also a team that showed that they can score every possession if they have to. Now, the Bills game, completely different. But Josh Allen, he had an amazing game. He was making amazing plays. And the defense was even more banged up than it is now. But that defense also showed that they can step up when need be. You're going to say, well, he played Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold reverted. Detroit had to make him play like that. I'm sorry. And then in the 49ers game, you need 2 turnovers, all-pro Kirby Joseph, 2 picks for you right here. You got Kirby, you got Brian Branch, you get Anzalone's back, Rain Snake, he's a rookie, I think, from Mizzou. He's possibly playing, he's possibly coming back. They're getting some reinforcements back. Anzalone came back, he was a big boost to that defense. And another thing with Detroit that has me winning is the lack of a run game from y'all. Brian Robinson hasn't been it of late at all. I know Mark has his gripes with B-Rob over Najee, and Najee's been. Brian Robinson hasn't even looked mid. I'm sorry, Mark. The truth is the truth. Brian Robinson has looked bad. And you have to establish some type of run game. Or if you don't, then Coach Austin, he's just going to dial up blitzes and dial up all this stuff. And Jaden's just going to have to keep fighting his way out of stuff that 3rd and longs, 4th downs, trying to make 4th downs more convertible so y'all can go for it. He's going to have to continuously do that. And after a while, I know y'all been converting, but y'all haven't really gone against a team that's going to go for it like y'all going to go for it. So he might have to do it more than usual. And that could pose a threat. And y'all are on the road, divisional round, experienced quarterback on the other end, Jared Goff. This is now his third divisional game. No, maybe third, fourth divisional game. He won both of them, I believe. So you're going against that. You're going against a good secondary. Excuse me. You're going against a good wide receiver. Wide receiver core. The speed of Jamison Williams. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown working the slot. He can go outside as well. Can't forget about Tim Patrick. He's been making big plays. He's been making key plays in moments. And last but not least, Sam Laporta working that tight end position. So he got weapons to go to. He has places to go. And I think Detroit wins it in a shootout. And I also think 9.5 is kind of disrespectful. I would also lean taking the 9.5. But I think the Lions win in a shootout.
All right. First, shout out to Ty, being a member for 18 months for the super chat. This game going to be like the Ravens versus the Texans playoff game last year. Hashtag same old Commanders. Hashtag the MV3. Hashtag the Super Bowl MVP. But shout out to the best sports network. Refuse to lose. Shout out to Ty.
I disagree, bro. The Texans didn't even score an offensive touchdown against us.
Yeah.
The only touchdown was a punt return.
When I saw same old Commanders, I knew he was trolling. Same old Commanders when you be in this position.
That is very true.
All right. So here's the thing, though, with our run game. I think I'm not gonna say we want to shut them down, but I think our run game performance will be better than our pass game performance. When we play these big games, right? I go back to y'all game. Now you might say this Derrick Henry does this every game. That's not true for real. Derrick Henry, he be getting his rocks off early a lot too. Against us, I feel like we did a great job on Derrick Henry. Jonathan Allen gets hurt. I'm not saying he's the reason why he took off. He gets hurt. And then as the game wears down, as Derrick Henry, he just dominated to close the game out. And then it kind of made the stats look really good. But I feel like throughout the whole game, we did a good job with him. Saquon Barkley, the first time he played the Eagles, Saquon wasn't really doing much, and he broke off 2 runs. But then the last time he played Saquon, he had 100 yards in the first quarter. And then since then, he averaged less than 2 yards per carry. Like, we literally shut Saquon down in that second half. Now, granted, people might say, oh, it's Kenny Pickett. You put everybody in the box. Hey, yeah, some of that is true, right? But some of that is also our D-line being physical too, So, and now look at the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have been running the ball very well. Now, they're not the Detroit Lions. They've been running the ball very well. And they couldn't really have no success against us on the running attack. They had one drive when Bucky got 2 first downs on the last touchdown they had. That was the only time I saw they rushing attack look decent, because now we put more emphasis on, now with Marshawn being there, we got Mike Sandstrom from Everett. shout out to Teddy. All right, we actually are not helping the secondary no more like we did early in the season. Now we put more emphasis on the run. So I do think we'll do a better job against Detroit on the run rushing attack. And the Jared Goff is going to have to beat us, which he can. He's shown that all year. The man had a perfect game, but it was only 18-18. He won a lot of throws. But
21.
I thought it was 18-18.
I'll look.
Yeah, I think it was 18. I don't think he had 20.
I'll look. Continue.
But Jared Goff is going to have to beat us. And I would live with that. I would live with that. And Jared Goff, and to be honest with you, Carl, this might sound, I don't know, this sounds crazy. Montgomery being back, I'd rather see Montgomery and Gibbs than Gibbs 24/7. I'm not even going to lie to you. All right? All right? Because Gibbs is a home run machine. More opportunities he get. I was right, 18-18. All right? So I do think that we would do it. But here's the thing, though. The running game, our running game, that's fine. We haven't been able to run the ball the last 5 games. And we're 5-0. Last 5 games against Philly, the number 1 defense in the NFL. We could not run the ball. And we still put up 36 points. So my thing is, I'm not saying, I don't think the run game from the running back is going to determine anything with us. I think if the run game is not working, as long as Jaden Daniels is aggressive, which he will, because I see guys like him, guys like Lamar, they're using their legs. They use their legs a lot more in the playoffs than they have done in the regular season, because it's game time. And people say stuff like, oh, he take a lot of hits. He really don't. He took 1 big hit against the Giants. He took 1 big hit against Philly the first game around, and he took big hits against the Falcons because we had to win that game to get in the playoffs. So when money is on the line, Jaden Daniels is going to put his body on the line when it's a do or die situation, and this is a do or die game. So I think that I ain't gonna lie, Carl. I think he's gonna go crazy on Saturday tomorrow.
He can have a good game. And that's what I said. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I think I'm gonna go crazy, and when like no turnovers, and we not a high turnover team.
I'm not saying y'all are. I'm not saying y'all are. I just don't know if I can say none.
I'm going with 0. I want this. Detroit would turn the ball over more than us. That's how we're gonna win this game. They won't have to.
I would think the opposite.
I'm telling you, bro. Jared Goff, give me that ball. We'll take advantage of it.
See, the thing with Jared Goff is he'll put the ball in harm's way if you get him off his spots. But it's hard to get him off his spots with that O-line that he has.
I'm with you.
So it's going to be hard to turn the ball over. Now, I'm not saying Jaden is a turnover machine. Obviously, he's not. But what I'm saying is he could press if you have to continue. That's why I said the lack of a running game mixed with the possibility of y'all having to go for it more on fourth downs because the Lions are for sure going to go for it on fourth downs can, in effect, harm you. He can press maybe. Now, like I said earlier, he's showing that this pressure is not going to him. But we never know. You never know. And so he could press and possibly put the ball in harm's way.
But when you say turn the ball, we got to go for it more. I mean, like, we already got that state that we're going to go. We went for it 5 times. We the only team since 1991 to win a playoff game while going for it 5 times or more.
I know.
Only team. So we're going to go for it. It could be Detroit Lions. It could be daggone Los Angeles Rams. We gonna go for it as long as ain't no craziness like 4th and 11. You know. Now we did that with the Eagles, 4th and 13, I think, and we got the first down.
But that's what had to.
No, we kind of didn't have to though because it was the beginning of the 4th quarter.
I thought that was at the end of the game.
Nah, that wasn't the game. That sparked everything from that game. Like that drive sparked. I think matter of fact, it's probably late in the 3rd quarter because we scored 21 points, and that was the first 7. We scored 14 points after that.
I thought the 4th and 13 run where he shook, bro, was the last drive, the touchdown to Zacchaeus, I think.
No. The first touchdown to Zacchaeus, I think that was the first one with the what you call it? The miscommunication. Boom, we got the Zacchaeus. No. We scored before that, and then we scored on the Zacchaeus one, and then he threw an interception, and then we scored with Jameson Crowder.
Oh, that's what it was. Jameson Crowder on the slot post behind Zach Baum.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. But I thought that was that drive.
But look, though, I get it. Detroit should be favored. I do think 9.5 is wild, but I get it because, you know, people look at us like we're Jaden Daniels or bust. We only got Terry McLaurin. No, we got Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz was playing very well. You know, we have X factors on our team like an Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler has been very clutch in situations. He was clutch against the Bucs. That pass he caught on 2nd down that got us in field goal range for real. That was clutch. Like we got some. I get it. It's not Detroit though. Detroit roster crazy. You know what I mean? And you know, St. Brown and De'Ami Brown. You know they got their little.
St. Brown was right, by the way. I don't care how you try to frame it as a beef. St. Brown was right.
No, you right. He is right. He definitely should have been drafted sooner. I get that. You know what I mean? But he holds some type of grudge over there. I hope he take it out on the field and get out of his game. Do your thing, St. Brown. He did cook us though when he mentioned that the first time.
I was about to say he mentioned that before the first game and he went crazy.
And that's another thing.
Like he said it this week.
You said the Lions own us, right?
I said they got your number.
Which is kind of true, but we've been breaking all barriers this year. Like this is
but so have they.
But they
got the franchise record for the most wins. They got a franchise record for the longest win streak. They never got the 1 seed before ever.
It's the best Lions team in NFL history. It is. I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, as long as they got JD5, I'm alive, man. I can't wait.
No. They had 2 1,000-yard receivers and 1 1,000-yard rusher.
I actually thinkIxie Montgomery got hurt. I actually think that, but they both got 10+ touchdowns though.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all both can bring barriers. So it's
But I do think this will be the most entertaining game this weekend. I do.
I don't know. If you're just talking straight offense and points, then I agree with you. But I think our game that we talk about later might be more entertaining only because of like the football aspect of it, like hard-nosed defense from us. I think the Bills defense gets crapped on a little too much, but we'll talk about that later. And then the quarterback play, obviously, from both sides. But I do think from a strictly offensive standpoint, I agree.
I think our game will be closer than y'all game.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
All right, let's move on. Oh, let me ask you this though. Okay, if the Commanders were to put us out though and win this game, what would it say about this team and the Daniels? Like, what do you think the talk would be if
That's
that
hard for me to answer because I feel like I know why you're asking that question, but it has nothing to do with me.
No. Don't talk about the history thing.
No. It's not even that. It's more so people in the chats, but that's what I'm saying. It ain't got nothing really to do with me. But if y'all were to win this game, it would say that Jaden Daniels is put his stamp on the league. Now, one thing I do worry about Jaden Daniels, I worry about this when whoever comes in and does well up front is that you peak too early and then you never can go beyond or reach that again. But it will show that, hey man, this was a really good year. Y'all made really good decisions in the offseason, which I said that in the chat. I remember I said, man, I like your offseason. And you was like, dang, Carl, for you to say that, you must like it must
it must be real.
Like I liked y'all draft. Y'all draft was amazing. I think I gave y'all like a B plus or A or something like that. The draft was amazing. It just shows that when you have the right owner and the right GM, look how things can change. Like overnight, things can change.
See, when the early success thing, that's a true statement, and I think it's how you get the success. I think that this team went through so many so many situations where like they had to get it out. Like these close games, you learn from that. You build something from that, and you create an expectation for yourself when you go through stuff and finish it. Now you have people who had these like Carson Wentz, for example, right? He had that fast start, and they were kind of like rolling through everybody. You know what I mean? He was running through everybody. He gets hurt. And now his expectations is to go back and be 13-4, whatever they were that year. And it never was that before.
13-3. Something like that, but they didn't have the 17 games yet.
You know what I mean? Like they didn't really gut out a lot of things. It was like, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but you get what I'm saying. They were like coasting through everybody. Now Mahomes different. Mahomes and they,
While I can agree with that, you can also play with fire and burn too. You can also be like, man, we've been in this close games. We'll find a way to pull it out, and then you get burned.
No, you're right about that too. You're right about that. But I think next year the defense will be much better. Much better.
See, the thing with that though, and then we can move on, is you're gonna have to pay some people now because you got people on deals that you got steal deals from. Like I believe Wagner deal was a steal deal, Louisville deal, I believe was like a steal deal or something like that. And now you gotta pay them.
But Louisville not on the 1 year though. I think he's on the contract. I don't think he's on the 1 year.
I don't know.
I'll check.
I'm about to say, if anything, Louisville might be on 2 or 3, but I know Wagner for sure is on 1.
Yeah, Wagner on 1, has Zach Ertz on 1.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys that we have on
I got some cornerstones, but you also got to pay some players. And now you got decisions to make. What is
it's on a 2 year.
2 year?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a player giant or is it like just straight 2? Like is it
no. This is why are you showing me this? All right, here we go. Okay, he's on a 3 year with us.
3? Okay. Yeah, he's straight.
What
about Jeremy Chen? Well, Chen is a good piece, but
I think he's like a 1. I think he's a 1 year.
Yeah, I think Chen is 1, but y'all can get a safety in the draft.
Yeah, Jeremy Chen played well, but I do think we can get an upgrade about 1 year. Y'all, he's on 1 year.
Yeah. Like I said, I got some cornerstones though. You got Mike.
But then these guys, these 1 year guys like Jeremy Chen, I'm pretty sure he would want to come back. Because I feel like he can be replaceable. And guys that want to, like the culture you set and all that stuff, people want to come back. And they're not going to break the bank.
That's true, but I don't know if Jeremy Chen actually ever got his payday either, though. Because Jeremy Chen not old.
He been hurt, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might want to go somewhere and get some money.
I think it's the first time he played every game in the season in his career.
He might want to go. I'm not sure if the Panthers actually gave him a payday or not. So don't quote me on that. Actually, I can Google that too. But he might want to go. He could come back. Like, I like the coach. I like what y'all building. I would love to come back. But who knows? I don't know him personally, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what he would want.
All right. Well, let's go to the other NFC game. We got the Rams and the Eagles. I'm curious to see what you're gonna say about this one. We got the Rams and the Eagles. Rams going to Philly playing the Eagles. Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, Puka Nacua, You got that prolific offense. Well, can be prolific against people say, Carl, I know you disagree, the best team in the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles.
I
Who do
only
you have
disagree
winning?
because of injury.
Oh, because it's by default. Like if,
Yeah.
if both teams were healthy, it's Detroit.
Yeah, Jeremy Chin never got a payday. He got his rookie contract and then moved on to y'all. This is only his 5th year in the league.
First time playing the full season, and he played pretty well too.
And then
Played pretty well. He had a big play on Mike Evans too, against the Bucks. So who you got winning, Rams or Eagles?
might shock you. I got the Eagles. Got the Eagles. Why? Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley has another big day. I don't think it's gonna be 255. 255 is crazy. I don't think he's repeating that. But I say anywhere between 125, 2 touchdowns. Because this is where I think about it. He didn't have the greatest game last week. He could have scored a touchdown. Still need my $5. But but they going to try to. I think they force feed him the rock. And I do think that the defense can cause some turnovers on Matthew Stafford because Matthew Stafford, he does have that gunslinger mentality. He does
snow too.
It's
supposed to snow.
I don't think that's going to affect him though. I mean,
you don't think so?
The velocity on the football from him and everything like that, I don't think that affect him. I just
He's been
think
terrible in the snow though. They put up his numbers in the snow. He's terrible.
Yeah, but I still don't think that affects him. I think what affects him is the fact he's a gunslinger and he feel like he can make every throw, and his defense is good enough to. I think what they can do is they can bait him to make it look like somebody's open and then close the gap and pick it off. Especially with safeties like CJ, GJ, and Reed Blankenship, which Reed Blankenship does have a tendency.
Man, he be clutch too with his stick.
He be having tendencies to have clutch interceptions, but Hurts, I don't know what I'm gonna get from Hurts, to be completely honest. I did agree with. I know I didn't really say much in the chat. The chat was moving too fast, man. I heard one.
Become a member, y'all.
Forget everything else. I gotta defend Lamar, but I do agree with your notion that we haven't seen Hurts do what he does in the regular season in the postseason. And coming from a guy whose quarterback gets constantly questioned, well, can he do it in the postseason? It does make sense. And I am a guy who thinks Lamar needs to get it done too, just FYI. But now some of the reasonings behind it be crazy. Like we'll get to that later. Anyway, I just don't understand. I don't know what I'm gonna get from Hurts. I don't know if Hurts has an amazing game. I don't know if Hurts struggles again. The Rams defense I think it's solid. I like Ahkello Witherspoon. I like Kobe Durant. Y'all heard me in the chat. My guy Kobe got a pick. I was happy about Kobe Durant. He's back. I do like the young talent and Byron Young, Kobe Turner up front, mixed with Jerry Verse and Brady Fisk, the Florida State connection on the D-line. And I think an underrated linebacker in this league is Rosebaum. Rosebaum had a phenomenal year at linebacker for the Rams. And Cam Kitchens, I still don't understand how he's a 5th round draft pick this last season coming from out of Miami. I never understood it. I know my man, shout out Ace, he said it's because of his height. I don't care. He's a safety. I mean, he's not a corner. Safety is about dog and instinct, and he got both. So I do think the Rams defense does do a good job. It hurts to me is the wild card in this game, if I'm being completely honest. But I do think the Eagles win leaning on defense and running the football.
I do think the Eagles win too, and I actually think Hurts will play well because they're gonna focus on the run. I'm gonna tell you this stat, Carl. Right?
I think I've seen this.
Every running back you seen that had over 200 yards on the opponent and played them in the same year in the playoffs, they did terrible.
It was like Marshall Faulk, I think like Eddie George, and I forgot somebody else.
It's a lot. James Brooks in 1990, he had 201 yards and 17 in playoffs. Jonas Gray, 201 yards in the regular season, 4 in the playoffs. All right. Jay Ajayi. Yeah, Jay Ajayi. Yeah, right. From the Dolphins. I'm tripping. Jay Ajayi. He had 204 yards, 33 in the playoffs. Adrian Peterson, the year he almost broke the record. He had 210 in that last game against Green Bay. Seen him in the playoffs? 99 yards. And that's a stretch for Adrian Peterson.
That don't count, bro. That's a good game. I don't care.
99 is good.
But I don't count.
But it ain't.
I get it. It ain't the whatever.
You would beat Philly if Saquon get 99 yards. For real.
I said 100 to 150.
Yeah, he did say that. Barry Sanders, 214.
I said 100 to 125, my fault.
214 in the regular season, 65 in the playoffs. Marshall
That's
Falk,
okay.
220, 24 in the playoffs. Crazy. No Sean Marino. That's crazy. 224 yards in the regular season, 59 in the playoffs.
Shout out Georgia.
So Saquon had the most out of all those guys, 255. So let's see what you do. I think the Rams will do a good job. Also, another stat, Sean McVay hasn't allowed a 100-yard rush in the playoffs in his career. Hasn't allowed one. So they do a good job against the run. Now, granted, they had Aaron Donald all them years, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
but
Kobe Turner's been doing a good job holding the torch. He's not Aaron Donald, but he's been doing a really good job up front.
But even last year, they went against Detroit. You know what I mean? They almost beat Detroit too last year. That's crazy. But so I do think Hurts will play well though, because he's gonna have to for them to win this game. I do think I think Hurts gonna use his legs a lot. The Rams run a lot of man also. So when you run out of man and you focus on the run, it gives the quarterback a lot of room to just take off. So I think that he's going to use his legs a lot. But I got him playing well. I think he's going to have a high completion percentage. It's going to be one of them games when the Eagles film like, this is what y'all want to see. But, I'm not going to take no credit for it. I do think he's capable of doing it. My issue was stop saying he does what it takes when he haven't does what it takes. That's all I was saying.
No, I got your point. I fully understood your point.
That's all I said. Like, I never say he was a bad playoff player, but they tell me that Hurts would do what's required. Like, I heard a lot of people say, man, if Green Bay would have scored 30, he would have scored 31. I'm like, how do we know that? He hasn't showed up
3 turnovers and put up 22.
Great, bro. 4.
Oh yeah, that's right. The fumble at 3 picks.
Yeah.
And the fumble.
They started 7 points. They had 4 turnovers, 4-0, and won 22-10. Now you win how you win. Every game is different, And but I got the Eagles winning though. It's gonna be tough for it. They're just a better team. The Eagles lose.
That'd be crazy. I mean, I think if the Eagles lose, it'd probably be more for Matt Stafford of what he did. Because I think they're going to do a good job on Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams, I like Kyron Williams. He's good at making people miss. He's a good out the backfield. I think he's an underrated run blocker. But I don't think the Rams give him a bunch of lanes for where he can take off and like hit the second level and explode. He got to force a lot of that himself.
Mm-hmm. He's nice. And he's nice in the passing game too out of the backfield. What about to say? I think, I'm gonna ask you this after we do y'all game. Let's do y'all game. So the main event, Carl. I think you just went first in this one. I'm gonna let you go first again. This is your squad. The main event, we got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills, the MVP matchup. Lamar Jackson against Josh Allen. This is a matchup, Carl. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a perfect lineup that you wanted for the playoffs. I said it for the wild card.
I said it.
Pittsburgh, your arch rival, Josh Allen, LJA, and then a team that beat y'all last year, the Chiefs, and then you might see us in the Super Bowl. That'd be crazy. But look, Carl, who wins this game and why?
I know I don't have to say it. I got Baltimore. Why? I got New Era Apparel LJ8, man. I got Lamar on my side, and Lamar has been phenomenal. He's Houdini. I say it at least 2 to 3 times a week. He is Houdini. Now, the Bills, they've been playing well, but who's been getting it started? Quiet as kept, it's been James Cook. James Cook has been igniting, I should say, the Buffalo Bills offense. Mm-hmm. And I think we're not going for that this weekend. We're not going for that this Sunday. James Cook, he's going to have to get 20 touches to get 80 yards. Or let me not say that. He's going to have to get like 30 touches to get 80 yards. Josh Allen is going to have to do a lot more than what he's been having to do this year. For as well as Josh Allen has been playing, this isn't the Josh Allen year. Good and bad, because he hasn't had the turnovers like a Josh Allen year. But he hasn't put up the touchdowns or the passing yards of a Josh Allen year either. And I think that might hinder him when we force him to have to do that again, because that leads to more turnovers. And with the way Lamar's playing, if you give him turnovers with Derrick Henry in that backfield, I'm not going to exclude Derrick Henry. With him in that backfield, we are a tough team to stop. And then with Zay Flowers not playing, they're saying he's doubtful. I don't think he's playing. That's just between me. That's between us. I don't think he's playing. That leaves us to run more 2 tight end sets with Likely and Andrews. And Andrews led all tight ends in touchdowns. And he spotted teams touchdowns because Andrews started the year in a bad car accident. That's why I feel like Flock Nation was giving Andrews the business to start the year. And I was like, man, relax. He'll be fine. Boom. Took off. And then likely contested catches, tight end screens, taking short passes and going, I don't want to say the distance, but, making big gains out of short passes. Likely does it all as a tight end. I thought Likely was a receiver when I first saw him at Coastal Carolina. I was texting my man who played with him. I'm like, bro, who Likely? He tough. He's like, yeah, that's our tight end. I said, tight end. Number 4. We talking about the same guy? He said, yeah. I said, bro, that's not a receiver. He said, no, that's a tight end. I said, what? So he does it all. He's going to be a mismatch for these linebackers. And I got tremendous respect. I love Terrell Bernard. Part of that Baylor championship team, Big 12 championship team. I got respect for Matt Milano, but he's going to be a matchup nightmare for those guys. And Lamar's been doing a great job of extending the play and finding guys. He's not extending the play to just run. He's looking downfield, and now he's starting to use his legs. But he's been lethal both ways, whether it's running or extending the play to go for a deep shot or just get somebody open. He's been lethal. And I think with that mix, we win this game.
See, yeah, I got y'all winning, and I don't think it's going to be close to the two. And by the way, y'all are favored by 1.5, I think.
Yeah, we were underdogs by 1.5 when the line first dropped, and then it shifted to us being favored.
Which is crazy because y'all ain't guys ate flowers. But they saw the first game. Y'all do got a better team, in my opinion. Y'all defense been playing better. And see, that's the thing, the run game. What the Bills did to the Broncos, they're definitely not doing that to the Ravens. The Ravens, in rushing yards per attempt, y'all allow 3.5 an attempt, which is number 1. Number 2 is 4. That's a big gap. That's 5-yard gap. Rushing yards per game allowed, Carl, y'all allow 77.2 yards per game. Second place is 93. That's a whole 15, 16 gap. It's a 16-yard gap. That's crazy. So James Cook gonna have a tough day. James Cook, Ray Davis, all them guys have a tough day, right? And you
if Ray Davis plays, because we remember I think that concussion last week. I don't know if he's playing.
I haven't seen it. I don't think Dave posted anything. I haven't seen anything. I got to look into that. You're right. I forgot about that. And far as containing rushing QBs, y'all do a good job at that. Y'all do a good job of containing rushing QBs. So that's Josh Allen's secret weapon. He wants to run the ball. He wants to run. That 4th down play that he threw that was incredible. He wanted to run that ball, but they contained him very well and he threw that pass. So I think y'all do a great job. Marlon Humphrey, I know you said a lot too, but he's been playing very well set through him in the slot. I mean, Carl, he be dominating games. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey, look, real quick, Joe. I found a message from what I said earlier. I said it was a cornerback tier chart, right? I think Marlo was like tier 2, tier 3. I said if you put Marlo in the slot, he gonna be tier 1. Man, first team All Pro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He be dominating in the slot. He be hitting, he be pass deflecting, all that stuff, man.
Like I said, man, he's a physical corner, and he's not old, but he not young either. He came out 2017. Let him be physical in that slot. Let him jam up these receivers. Let him go make plays in the run game. Let him be like that star position like Jalen was when he first got to the Rams. Yeah, man. And if you want to stop a run game, best thing to have is a great linebacker. I got Roquan Smith. So that's one of the main reasons why your run game is so good. And Kyle Hamilton, he be in that rushing lane all the time. So Kyle.
Yeah, but then offensively, the Ravens. I mean, Chris said it in the chat. The Bills are just a small defense. They play a lot of nickel, which is true. They have a lot of DBs out there. They play with 5 DBs at a time. And it's going to be tough tackling Derrick Henry when you got 3 tight ends out there and a fullback, probably. So it's going to be tough. And not just Derrick Henry. And then what I like about y'all made a statement. I think I said this in the chat. Y'all made a statement against the Chiefs, y'all ran the ball 6 times. And against Pittsburgh, y'all made a statement yo, we're going to run the ball this year. I don't care who you are. We're going to run the ball down your throat. And Pittsburgh's a physical team. Y'all made Pittsburgh look like a JV team as far as the NFL. Y'all had one drive, but all y'all did was run the ball. It was crazy.
13 runs, 13 plays, 13
in a row. Positive yards. So, and then lastly, how Lamar talking, man. I never, ever hear Lamar sound like this. Lamar normally play with the media, be nice. Last year, I'll never want to play Mahomes. Like, hey, I mean, like, come on, he good. This year, this man, like, we ain't friends. When he said that, I was like, whoa, this ain't Lamar. I remember early in the year, they said, it's your kryptonite, that ain't my kryptonite. And when he said my kryptonite, he said it like he was getting mad. The guy's focused. He wants to win a ring. He's playing way more comfortable. He's playing with a grill almost every night. You know what I mean? He's playing way more comfortable. So I think the Ravens gonna win by 10 plus. I think they're gonna win by 10 plus. So I'm going with Baltimore with not the upset, with the win, because they are the favorites.
Respect. Hey man, according to a lot of people, it's an upset. Because according to a lot of people, Josh Allen is still MVP. According to a lot of people, Josh Allen the best quarterback in the country. College football talk. Best quarterback in the league after this year. So I don't know.
That's another thing though. Lamar, it's an MVP battle. You come on now. He wants to go out and win this battle. Lamar said that when he won a Super Bowl, I think one of y'all posted in the chat. Change number to 1 because he want to retire 2 jerseys. Imagine that, a Super Bowl MVP, and 3 MVPs. That's definitely getting retired. Like, put it in the Raptors. So I think Lamar, he's a competitor, man. He's a competitor. So this dude is different.
Yeah, man, it's legacy game. Time to show people, man. Hey, I'm really him. Y'all wanted to put me at receiver, and y'all about to receive these L's on my way to the Super Bowl. Stop playing with me.
All right. I like that. Let me ask you this, all right? And this is for like the whole playoffs, all right? Which team, because it sounds like you picked a favorite on every game. All right.
I mean, that's just how it worked out.
No, which is cool. Which is cool. Which team though you think is on
upset alert?
More likely to be on upset alert?
Honestly, pains me to say it. Detroit is more likely on upset alert just because, like you said, that defense and like you said, the poise that Jaden Daniels been playing with, and the ability of y'all to hang in games and just, man, I'm not gonna lie. At first, the way things was playing out, I'm like, it's fluke, man. Like the Hail Mary. What else was it? You had to drop third down by Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, it just.
Hey, Daniel Jones, Malik Neighbors dropped the pass.
Yeah, that was, I guess, the first time y'all played the Giants, the 4th down out route. It's just like, all right, man, this stuff just can't keep happening. And then it happened in the playoffs. Yeah. Baker Mayfield just fumbles the ball on a reverse. Y'all go down and score. And then 3rd and 1, the center just, I don't know what happened on that play. The play gets blown up and they settle for a field goal. And when they settled for that field goal, I said they lost.
Yeah.
They're going to take the timeout and they're going to go score. That's not like they need a touchdown on that drive. You have 3rd and 1. You ain't set up no. It's like this is the best setup to get a first down. And
it's crazy. On the first down though, Bucky he ran for like 9 yards, and instead of trying to get the first, he tried to cut back and get more yards. Ended up becoming short of the first down.
It's some type of y'all had the dark cloud over y'all franchise because of Snyder, and it just instantly went away when he gone. Now y'all got dark magic over other people. For some reason, that's why I got the Lions on upset alert because of that right there. It's just like you can't keep saying this fluke if it continuously happens. At some point, it's just like, all right, this might be divine intervention or something.
I'm surprised you didn't say like the Rams over the Eagles.
Nah, I mean I would. Because I do like the Rams offense, and I do like that front 4 for the Rams, but I think the Eagles front 5 on offense might dominate their front 4.
And I think we both agree the team that's more likely won't upset the team is probably the Texans over the Chiefs, right? Yeah. All right. So let me ask you this also. Which quarterback do you think has the most to gain to win the Super Bowl this year?
Are you asking me my personal opinion or what I think the media will say? Because those are 2 different answers.
No, forget the media. Like
my personal opinion?
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
Jaden. No, you know what? No, it gotta be Jaden. It's a rookie.
Yeah, I ain't think about Jaden, but he right.
He's a rookie. If he takes the Commanders of all teams to the NFC champion, no shot, but you know how y'all feel.
I got you. Yeah.
If you take the Commanders to the NFC Championship game and become one of 3 rookies to do so, being with Joe Flacco and Mark Sanchez, who, let's be honest, both had defenses, he don't got that defense. He would gain the most. Now, media-wise, I would say Lamar because people still slandering Lamar. People don't think Lamar with 2 MVPs. I know people like, we got 2 MVPs. He's him. People don't even think he's better than Joe Burrow. People don't think he's better than Josh Allen. So, like, he would have the most to gain in that aspect. But me personally, it'll be Jaden because he's a rookie taking the Commanders to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. If we're talking about just this round, he has the most to gain. Even in the Super Bowl, he probably still had the most because he'll be the first one in history to do that. But if I'm gonna take JD out because that's unfair, he's a rookie. Yeah, I think it's Lamar because
I still don't think it's Lamar.
Let me tell you why. Because of what you said. Like, think about it. Mahomes win, he's still most likely gonna be number 2 on everybody's list. But he does have a 3-peat, but he'll be number 2 on everybody's list still. Josh Allen win, you know.
I'm telling you, my answer was going to be Josh Allen.
Because
if Josh Allen beat Lamar, I promise you're going to start hearing those Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league convos again.
No, I'm talking about a Super Bowl. If he win a Super Bowl.
It's Josh Allen.
No, bro. If Josh Allen wins, he get the best quarterback in the league. But if Lamar wins,
not from me.
No. I'm saying, like, let's say he gets that. Okay. But if Lamar wins, he gets more than that. We start talking about history now.
I still think they find ways to put smut on my dog name, just like J-Mo said, man. They disrespect him after winning 2 MVPs. I think they find ways to put smut on his name. They're going to say, oh, he finally got Derrick Henry, and look, he needed Derrick Henry to get over the hump.
That's everybody. But see, that's why we got to go to this platform so we can get on those main networks and shut everybody up. But anyways.
I agree, bro. Randy Moss elevated Tom Brady. They almost went undefeated. You think this was a narrative? No. Bro, Julio Jones with Matt Ryan. You think this is a narrative? No. That's why I said it was funny when I found that tweet that said guys had Randy Moss, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, but we draw the line at Derrick Henry. Like, bro, exactly. Like, what are we doing?
And Stephon Diggs, you know. And Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt when you first joined the team. And Andy Reid as a head coach.
Like, what are we doing? So that's why I don't think in the media aspect of Lamar. Now, if you're asking me who benefits most from the Super Bowl, besides Jaden Daniels, it's clearly Lamar, in my opinion. But if you're asking me the media, Josh Allen, because they're going to say he's the best quarterback. Look what he did. His team got worse, and he did this. Hey, don't worry about James Cook. He tied the league in rushing touchdowns, but he don't matter. Josh Allen did all this. He had the least amount of turnovers. Look, Mahomes had a down year. Is he really the best quarterback in the league right now?
I don't know, man. Like Josh Allen has nothing in history to gain. Like if he wins, on the talk is about this year. Like, okay, he's the best quarterback this year. If Lamar's wins, Lamar's gonna win MVP. He's an All-Pro voter, so he's gonna win MVP. If he wins his 3rd MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, and
he definitely got to win Super Bowl MVP because if somebody else win it and he win a Super Bowl,
he gonna get killed.
He gonna win MVP.
He gonna get killed. He got to win Super Bowl MVP. But on the road though, that means he beat the Steelers, who everybody kept saying, which was true statistically, they give him a hard time. Beat Josh Allen and Mahomes. First, he swept Joe Burrow in the season in 2 classic games.
Predicted that.
Yeah, he did. That was a good prediction. In 2 classic games. Beat Josh Allen twice in the regular season and the playoffs, losing Mahomes in game 1, but beat him when it matters because it's usually flip-flop, right? Beat him when it matters and go to the Super Bowl and win. He's top, like you said, he's going to be top 10 all time.
See, that's me, though. I don't think the media is going to agree with me, though.
But top 10, real quick. I know it's all top right here. The only players I think they will put over Lamar if he wins this year with the 3rd MVP, obviously Brady. Obviously, Mahomes, right? Peyton Manning,
Joe Montana,
Aaron Rodgers because he got 4, right? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, maybe Elway, maybe.
I think they will.
2 rings.
No, Elway got 3. I thought
he got 2. He went to 5.
I thought he got 3, because I think Shannon got 3. No, Shannon got 3 with 2 of the Broncos. I think Elway got 3 though.
Nah, Elway got 2, bro. He hasn't won till he got Terrell Davis. He got blown out every time he went to the Super Bowl.
I know he was losing a bunch.
By the whole NFC East. We blew him out. No, that was the Bills. Bills lost the whole NFC.
And didn't the Packers beat him too? Or he beat the Packers? It was one of them.
He beat the Packers. He beat Brett Favre. Yeah, he beat Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah, he do got 2. He got 2 or 1 MVP.
Now, some people might still put Brett Favre over him.
Put him above John Elway now.
I know because he only got what 2 MVPs.
No,
But he got 2.
no,
He got one.
honestly, one MVP.
Oh, 1 MVP and 2 rings. That's it.
Yeah.
See, but some people might still put Elway over him though. But that's
I don't
1,
know.
2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 guys.
But
And-
if you remember, I said me personally, he might be top 7, top 10 in that range. But
And that,
I think they
that's
going
looking like
that's
it.
me though. I don't think the media is doing that with me.
No, you want to throw like Johnny Unitas and all those guys. I mean, that was way back then. But we're not gonna count those, all right?
No.
Like, so some fans might say Brett Favre over him, which I don't think is the case because he got 3-1 also.
I don't care.
He got 3. But he definitely had Troy Aikman. We throw him in there too.
No. You already know how I feel about Troy Aikman in the Hall of Fame. No.
You don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh man, no. Look at his numbers. His numbers are real pedestrian. And then when they was in the contract battle with Emmitt Smith. They had to beg Emmitt Smith to come back because they was looking bad.
I got you, bro. But he's a quarterback of a
I get you. I get it. But I mean,
if Eli can go, he should go.
I don't think Eli should be in there.
Eli can go there to strength. If Eli would have won one more, you don't think he should have won?
Right, Eli Manning.
But he did win Super MVP though twice.
Eli Manning literally was the definition of all or nothing. He went to the playoffs, either win the Super Bowl, which he did twice, or win nothing and go home first round exit.
I like that. Yeah. Lamar gonna win it. Lamar, bro. If he wins, he gains the most. He definitely gains the most, Carl. Like the media will agree with us, bro.
I don't think so, bro. And maybe you could say I'm scarred because of all of the Lamar media coverage I done heard throughout my entirety of being a Lamar fan, dating even back to Louisville. But I just don't think so. Man won an MVP and wasn't even a top 10 quarterback.
You know what? It's a good question right here. All right. Who has the most to gain in the NFC? It could be anybody.
Like just winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah, win the Super Bowl.
Jared Goff.
You think so?
Because a lot of people, including myself, wrote off Jared Goff after the Rams traded for Matt Stafford because Jared Goff, it didn't look like Sean McVay believed in him to win it. So it'll be a great redemption story to go from a number 1 draft pick to being looked at as a bust to go into Detroit and win the bowl. I think Jared Goff.
I think it's Matthew Stafford. I think if Matthew Stafford wins a bowl, he might be a Hall of Famer.
That's what I was about to say. If he get the second bowl, I don't even think it's a might. If he get another bowl with the Rams, I think he is a Hall of Famer. But I think Jared Goff gains the most. It's a great redemption story.
I think the Detroit Lions, a team, will gain the most if they
he's
win.
the quarterback of said team, and he was written off.
And Detroit never won ever, right?
Huh?
Detroit never won a ring, right? They
never been to a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, we did say this is the best team. It's the best record they ever had. It's the best year they ever had.
To be written off, to be sent to Detroit, who's never been to a Super Bowl, and to actually get a Super Bowl after being looked at as a bust. See, Matt Stafford was never looked at as a bust. He was just looked at as a guy in an organization who could never help him out. Jared Goff was looked at as a bust. And it was like, man, his career, like I said, I even wrote him off. I'm not going to lie. I was like, man, why would Detroit trade for him? And for him to turn this whole thing around and to be as good as he is and then win a ring, I think he has the most game.
I get it. He will get more respect, but that's it. People going to next year and they rank their top players, they still going to disrespect Jared Goff.
And that's how I feel about Lamar.
But you can't blame him with the Jared Goff thing because he got a really good supporting cast. We're talking about coaching staff and everything.
But that's what I think they're gonna say about Lamar, Derrick Henry. Oh,
no, bro, they can't. They can't
I'm
because
telling
Lamar.
You, bro, everything you just did, they're gonna do with Lamar. Oh, the defense, they had to turn around. They were a bad defense. Look at them. They lost 5 games. The defense turned around. Now they're number 1 in every category. Derrick Henry had 1,900 rushing yards. He finally ain't had to lead the team in rushing. I'm telling you, bro. Everything you just did about the supporting cast, about the offense around Jared Goff, they're going to talk about the defense turning it around and Derrick Henry having 1,900 yards and 16 touchdowns or whatever it was.
I don't know because Lamar has shown us this before. And Carl, I get it, the media, but like the voters, they put him all pro, bro, says a lot.
That's fine, but I don't see the voters on First Take or Fox Sports. And if I do, I don't know that. First of all, I don't.
Daniel Orlovsky is a voter, but he voted Josh Allen though. I know Daniel Orlovsky is a voter. Sam Alcho.
What?
Sam Alcho? Is it Sam Alcho or
Sam? Sam normally does college. I thought Emmanuel.
No, not Sam. Other Alcho.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Ocho is a voter, bro.
Why?
He's a voter, yo.
I will say Emmanuel Ocho though would give Lamar his respect. I will give him that. I think he
I,
would.
I do. He didn't reveal who he voted to the media, but he was leaning towards Lamar. He said though.
Yeah, I don't think they can reveal who they voted for yet anyway because it's not released.
I think, man, I know the NBA they could.
Different leagues.
Oh, you're right. That's cool though. You shouldn't be able to vote. Like in NBA, they be like, I voted for. They tell you who they voted for. I be like,
you can't. Just like the Heisman, I know different league, but like the
you
Heisman,
know what?
you
It could sway somebody's. Sway somebody's.
Until after it's announced.
That's true. That's true. I would love to have a vote. I know you would too.
I promise you, I would.
Yeah, that'd be
But people
dope.
might not like my votes because I'm tired of this being just now. Granted, this year I can't say nothing about it, but man, they really need a different award for quarterbacks and like stuff like that. Which I think MVP Offensive Player of the Year is, but like label it different at this point. Like this is the quarterback award. It is for everybody else.
Yeah, but yeah, football is a weird sport, man. I'm sorry, quarterback just dominates. I think it's good out there. I don't think you should change it because it will mess up. Like NBA trying to add stuff now. Oh, the Western Conference Finals trophy.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's why I said just rename it or like,
bro. Now you're gonna make an argument about it's like Bill Russell not having Finals MVP. You can't even add that to his collection. You know, so I don't like this is stick how
I
it
feel
is.
you. I feel you. That's what I'm saying. Like rename it because like at this point we all know what it is. MVP is for the quarterback and Offensive Player for the Year is for the best offensive player that's not a quarterback. Just like defensive.
But sometimes the quarterback won that too. I think it's gonna be Saquon though for sure.
I do too. But like even defensive player of the year is now like going to like the best edge rusher. Like you gotta be crazy as a cornerback to win that. Or like a safety.
Well, Stephon Gilmore did it like 3 years ago.
That was like 3, 4. He went crazy. What do you mean?
He had like six or 8, 7 picks.
Yeah, but he also had that while locking down. Like it wasn't
like
that 6, 7 picks. Yeah,
and they had like a top 10 defense. Yeah, that's true.
And like he was getting lucky. Like he was really strapping and catching picks.
That's true.
Sometimes like you strap, but you don't catch picks. They don't come at you.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like Kirby Joseph honestly has a case for DPOI. Don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to.
He didn't even get All Pro.
He did. He didn't get a Pro Bowl. He got All Pro.
Oh, he didn't get Pro Bowl. Okay, yeah.
Which makes no sense. How am I first team All Pro and not a Pro Bowler?
Bro, you know Pro Bowl fans vote that too. Like Jane Daniels he made it, and but Pro Bowl is more. It's nothing. Pro Bowl is more.
Yeah, I don't really look at Pro Bowl no more either. But like, if I'm a professional and I grow up on Pro Bowl, like that's a huge honor. And if I take it that way growing up, and then I get screwed because of that, they do something about that. But
and going to the Pro Bowl, you're around the best.
Yeah, they need to do something about that because I think that happened to St. Brown last year, didn't it? He won All Pro as a receiver, but then get in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is in the All-Star game. Got all NBA All-Star games mid-season though. That's different.
Yeah, that's not at the end.
And Pro Bowl is weird because the Super Bowl, the two Super Bowl teams be having the most Pro Bowlers, and then you got all these alternatives coming. Pro-Bowl.com. Yeah.
But they used to do it after. They used to do the Super Bowl first and then the Pro Bowl after, and then they changed it.
Nah, for real, Snoop and Mac Jones got in.
That was crazy though. I can't believe. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, when I saw Snoop, I'm like, what? What are you doing? How you get in here?
That was crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's write this up, Carl. It's a good show. I'm gonna go first. My last words are shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L family. I just want to call out. So look, we have, if you click on the first link in the description, you can become a member. Me and Carl reference the chats throughout the show. These games are very fun with the chat. Like Carl, my wife was like, you should invite people over. I'm like, I don't know.
No need.
Because I don't be in the chat. I'm like, I don't know, man. Because if I invite people, they're going to want to talk. I'm like, no, I'm trying to watch the game. I got the chat, and you give me some wings, the chat, and I'm straight. They're serious. I'm food in the chat, and I'm straight. So great conversation there. Great minds in the chat also. Different point of views, a lot of debates. If you want to be a part of that environment, 24/7, literally, all sports too. Right, baseball, college football. Carl, tell you about the college football, college basketball season is on point right now. NBA, all that stuff. So click the first link in the description, become a member. And I want to give a shout out to our superstar members like we do every show. I want to give a shout out to my man Worm, myself, Dave, Tomo, Teddy, Coach, Lamar, Chris, Giovanni, and Cardo, and you. And my man Tomo would say, and you just click the link in the description, become a superstar member. And right now we got 19 total members. The goal is to get 100 by December 31st. So become a member. There are different tiers to it. Make sure y'all do that. And right now we are like at 1,422, I think, subscribers. The goal is to get to $5,000. 5,000 subscribers by December 31st. So if you are watching, you haven't subscribed, please do so. And Sacramento, good dub last night. Got the whole chat watching. It was good on TNT, man. The Rockets. I know they were missing Fred VanVleet and forgot his name. Came in the same draft with King Murray. Was drafted number 3 overall. Come on, Carl, help me out. He played
Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith. He did. He was
Jabari Smith.
Oh, Adidas Tech. I looked up that Adidas Tech he was wearing. Like, oh, I might need that.
So he was out and Fred VanVleet out, but no excuses because we beat them fully healthy early in the year also. So great dub. We were very clutch, even though defensively y'all was kind of worrying me. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to the DeRozan hitting that clutch and one jumper, man. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox hitting his free throws. Shout out to y'all. Commanders, I already spoke about y'all, but listen, man, it's my last time I'm going to talk before y'all play Saturday. Hey, listen, y'all. You're playing warehouse money, but you don't know that. You don't know that. The Commanders really feel like they could win this game. Dan Quinn got this locker room routed up. We got our captains for the rest of the playoffs, Bobby Wagner, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and Jeremy Reeves. Deservingly so. Let's lead this team and get this dub and create the biggest upset the playoffs have seen in a while. Nobody would expect this. And JD5, if you got the ball, we alive. You got the ball at the end of the day, last drive, we going to win this game. So shout out to y'all. And Jared Goff, throw some picks also. Throw some picks. And Quinn Ewers, I see you into the drive. Like I said you would. I don't know where you would go. I will be on the NFL draft episode this year because I've been watching a lot more college football this year. So I feel like I can talk like a lot more. So hopefully you go to a good situation. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Go ahead, Carl.
I don't know, man. Him coming out leads me to believe that his draft stock isn't as bad as I thought it might have dropped. But who knows? My last words. Shout out Minnesota. Shout out Minnesota basketball. Upset Michigan. Michigan and Michigan State were the only two undefeated and conference play teams in Big Ten. Michigan State sits at the top at 6-0 now. Michigan sits in second place, tied with Purdue at 5-1. Michigan State got a big game against Illinois at home at the Braves this Sunday, I believe, at noon. Let's go. So I got 2 big games. I got Ravens, Bills, Michigan State, Illinois.
Let's get it.
We need that one. We need it. Let's go 7-0. We were picked 5th in the Big Ten. And like I said, man, every time we come into a season with no expectations, that's when we kill. We're 12th in the country. We win this with top 10. We haven't lost a game since the Thanksgiving game or Thanksgiving tournament where we lost to Memphis. So it's been almost 2 months since we lost a game. Hopefully that continues. My next thing I want to say, let's beat the Bills. Let's shut the media up. All them people that doubted you, Lamar, we get one step closer. And like I said, I want the Chiefs to win. I want us to play Mahomes in that AFC Championship game, and I want us to beat Mahomes in that championship game. So now there's no excuses. I don't want to hear, well, the Texans, they did y'all dirty work. Y'all ain't had to go. No. Let's play and beat Mahomes on the way to a Super Bowl. Let's go. And last, ignore everything Joe said about the Commanders Lions. All right. Just ignore that. Lions go get the dub. I will be at my mom's house watching the game.
Okay.
I like to enjoy my Saturday night and not have to console my mother about the Lions losing. So let's get the dub, Detroit. I think that's all I got for y'all, man.
No, tell them about PPC.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, all right, cool. Thanks for having me on the show. Oh, thanks for saying CTC because it is one thing I wanted to talk about. Whoever told Deshaun Purdy that if you come to Florida, you going to start, shame on you, bruh. Because I can't believe you would lie to that young man like that. There's no way you said Deshaun Purdy was going to start over DJ Lagway. It's no way. And shame on you believing that. Florida won like they last 4 straight beating LSU, Ole Miss. The bowl game, I'm not really counting. But they ended the season on a super high note. And you believed you was going to start over DJ Lagway? Are you serious? He flipped his commitment. He went to Wake Forest. So
okay.
Like, there's no way you were stinking it up at Charlotte and you think you about to come to Florida and start over the future in DJ Lagway. It's no way. So Whoever kept it real with, bro, thank you.
Carl, speaking of transfers, what's your take on Carson back on Miami?
Oh, Miami better get a defense. That's all I'm saying. You better get a defense, and they been recruiting it. So, and I think they just stole what? They stole, I think, Penn State D coordinator or something like that. I can't remember right now. They stole somebody D coordinator. So you better get a defense because it ain't gonna be the same like with Cam Ward. And then you lost Martinez. He went to the draft. You lost Isaiah Horton, went in the portal. So you better get a defense. But my show, CTC, college football, college basketball, I'm thinking about doing a dog of the week tonight, to be completely honest with you. And college basketball, I will be doing a national championship show Monday, 7 o'clock. Didn't announce it. This is my first time announcing it. If you want to join, hit me up. Monday, 7 o'clock. The game's at 8. If you want to join, let's talk Ohio State, Notre Dame. Let's give a little preview show on the game. So there's that. But I do college football, college basketball, season, off season. Now, I don't really talk about recruits and freshmen because I don't trust high school level ball. Let me reword it. You can be really good in high school, but I got to see it at the next level for me to talk about it. It's a lot of people that come in with these 5 stars and they don't pan out. And so I like to talk about it in season, talk about how they're doing as opposed to what they did in high school. New, just like the NFL is a new slate, what you did before, don't matter. But yeah, that's my show, CTC. And finally, I got shout out to Pistons, man, 21-20. Took a slug to the Pacers last night. It hurt. It did. I was trying to went crazy from 3, 8 for 11. We cannot have that, but we will bounce back and see y'all January 29th. And we're going to see that Lego playing. I'm just playing. But, we're going to see about them January 29th.
Yeah, y'all were 500, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
9 games for prediction.
Yeah, Cade, man. Shout out to RBO. He did a segment about Cade Cunningham.
Cade is doing everything I said last year, this year.
Yeah. He actually doing well. The scoring is a little less, but everything else is up. It's higher than what you said, I think.
Yeah,
but you didn't really get a number.
8, I think.
You said 8 and 8?
Yeah.
Okay. He averaged 9 assists, right?
Yeah, 9.6.
Yo. I like Cade, man. He put some shooters around him. Look what happened.
That's all I've been asking for.
Yeah, and shout out to Cardo and Todd for the super chats also. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. Y'all enjoy the games this weekend, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.